Hello, hello. Hi, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. My name is Lisa Dublin, and I'm a health and life coach. So, this is my first time going live only on YouTube. And I'm hoping it works. I hope that I can bring value to you this morning. We want to talk about desire and about how that is one of the most important things that you can start with when you want to go after a goal. So, it is anybody out here say hi. I'm like doing this and trying to see here's the thing. The other reason I'm doing this is because my account got hacked on Facebook, and it is just that feeling of just being helpless, of not having all the things in order, of not being able to control your stuff, that has me here today and be like, hey, let me see if we can make it work on YouTube, because frankly, that's where most of everything is. Okay. And so, as a health and life coach, I'm the kind of person who helps clients to go after their goals. And some people like to start from, okay, make the goal smart, make it specific, measurable, make it achievable, make it relevant, make it time bound. But can I tell you that even before you get there, there is that very special ingredient that will make you do all of the smart things, that will make you stand the test of time, that will make you be consistent when you don't want to. And that first step, my friends, is desire. You know what desire is like? Desire takes you into the realm where it is not dependent on whether you see it or not, whether you see the way to get it or not. Desire takes you out of that realm into the realm of possibility of, you know what? I want this. I want this. I can see myself with it. That is the goal. That is the ultimate. I might not know how I can get there, but I sure know that I can. That is what desire is about. You know, I'm coming at this point from several different angles and orientations. One of them is having read it in the book Think and Grow Rich. Have you guys read this book by Dale Carnegie? It's very, very good. That book is seminal to my growth. I try to read a little bit of it every single time because it really does help you, to go after certain things in a methodical way. That book as well begins with desire. It begins with wanting something badly enough to go after it, savoring it. And here's a word that I have used a lot. Okay. Just kind of searching for the book. Hang on. Think and Grow Rich. There we go. Oh, Napoleon Hill. I knew I had it wrong. It's by Napoleon Hill. It's not by Dale Carnegie. He interviewed Dale Carnegie. I always get that wrong, right? It's by Napoleon Hill. So please, if you have not read Think and Grow Rich, you need to read it. It's one of those books you always hear people talk about as a book that really stoked the fire within them. And it has done the same for me. I regularly practice many of the things that are in that book, Think and Grow Rich. And the first one, obviously, is desire. You have to want something bad enough to go after it. I'm always reminded of hearing one of my favorite motivational speakers of all times, Eric Thomas. He had this speech where he says, "What do you want?" And he says it with such an angst and such emotion that you listening to it, you end up asking yourself that question and hopefully answering it for yourself. As we get older, many of us forget to dream. Many of us get lukewarm in our desires. Many of us are not the childlike kind of person who used to want the doll and want the fire engine and want to see daddy or mommy coming home after work and want just looking forward to something because of disappointments, because life has taught us that you don't always get what you want, and so we are afraid to fail. Just because of all of our experiences and negative words and experiences, etc., we don't take the time anymore to dream. We don't take the time anymore to desire things deeply enough to go after them. Everybody's like, okay, this might happen or it mightn't. Okay, I might be able to do this or maybe I can't. Or you know what? Well, God willing, let's see. But you know what? God has given us immense power in our hands to go after the things that we want. Okay. And so, even for me as a Christian, my starting point is that mixture of the faith and the desire. What does the Bible say? Faith is the substance of things hoped for. It is the evidence of things not seen. There's a part in the Bible: ask and you will receive, seek and you will find, knock and the door will be opened unto you. Another version of the Bible, it says, keep on asking, keep on knocking, keep on seeking. That is how you get to what you want. I think that talks about desire. And so, that very first step in going after a goal, in cutting out the noise and reaching your goal, it really is to desire it. You know how I desire things? The word that I love to use is to Hanker. To hanker after something is to incessantly long for it. What are you hankering after in your life right now? Is there anything that you really, 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 really want in your life right now? Maybe it's a home. Maybe it's a partner. Maybe you want to make a certain amount of money. Maybe you want to lose a certain amount of weight. Maybe you want to be a different kind of person in whatever area of your life. I want to encourage you to take the time to desire it deeply. Desire looks like walking, talking, driving down the road, and in your mind's eye, you see yourself with the thing that you are going after. What is it? What do you want in life? Don't be lukewarm about it. It's not because you have failed before that it means you are going to approach a new goal with the same lukewarm and resigned attitude that it mightn't work or it mightn't. I'm not going to put too much energy into it because I might fail. So, what if you fail? So, what if you fail? So many people are so afraid to fail and they fail anyway that they forget that one of the prerequisites to getting to a goal is to being hopeful and believing in the first place. What do you want? So, I want to encourage you as you go about your daily life, and especially as this is late May when I'm going live here, and we're coming up on halftime. We're coming up on that halfway mark in the year, June, when you want to take stock as to where am I with my financial goals, my health goals, my relationship goals, my career goals. Where am I where my business is concerned, for example? You want to be able to take stock that kind of way. It is a good time to check to see whether the goals you have not accomplished might be due to the fact that you have not started with that overriding sense of desire that I really, really, really want this. There are a couple considerations because of this, okay? You can't want everything. So it means when we are going after our goals, we need to be judicious and we need to make decisions about what we go after depending on what we really want. Because I'm telling you, if you really want something, the likelihood that you're going to get it is higher. But we don't start from there. We start from if it happens, it happens. We start from I'm not sure that this can happen, but I'm going to give it a try. Listen, here's another thing that I heard Eric Thomas say. I think it was actually from Tony Robbins. Where your focus goes, your energy flows. Where your focus goes, your energy flows. I want to say where your desire goes, your focus goes, and that is where your energy will flow. You want something, want it bad enough. Whatever it is, the goal is want it bad enough. Walk and see yourself with it. Talk about it. Get pictures of it. That's where the vision board comes in. But many of us do the vision board and we never see the vision. Many of us do the vision board and we cover it up and we forget to be strategic and we just go about our daily lives. What are you doing with the image that you put together? You have to blow it up in your mind. You have to see it and walk it and live it and be in it even before you get it. Let me tell you a couple examples of how I've accomplished that and how I'm living it right now. Okay. Many years ago, 16 years ago to be exact, I remember watching Michelle Obama on stage with Barack. And she was famous for these very toned arms. At the time, I was pregnant with my first kid and, feeling very fat and heavy, but looking at this woman who was so sleek and so defined and so feminine. Oh my goodness, that image stays in my head. And I speak in the present tense because it's still there as an example of what I want to be. And I hankered after those arms. Hankering is not envy and it's not jealousy. Hankering is not wanting to be somebody else. It is seeing something that someone else has and admiring it to the point where, in very innocent want and desire, you say, my goodness, that could be me. I want it for myself. It's not denying who you are or anything of the sort. It's just simply a way of growing into your full self by incorporating things from other people in that kind of powerful way. That's what I hankered after it. I hankered after those arms. And then fast forward a couple years, I get a trainer and some which what way. That is one of the things that, has happened for me to get that toned body, to get those toned arms. Can't really see it now, but it's there. And it's just simply a thing that I do right now because I first saw it and desired it and went after it. Now, something else happened there. Like, I feel like when you hanker after something, when you desire something very deeply, some which what way, you kind of send out, I don't know, a call for action into God's universe. You send out a call for action for things to start to come together to give you the thing that you are hankering after. Again, this world is energy for sure. This world is about God, so we're going to put him in it and not just talk about the universe giving you this and that. I believe God hears us and he does hear our prayers. I believe there are parts of the world that I do not understand how it works, that when I see something in my head and when I hanker after it and think about it, I am able to get it. Of course, you have to put in the work. But some which what way, the desire actually charts your path to the thing that you are desiring in the first place. So if you desire sickness, that's what you're going to get. If you desire good health, that's what you're going to go and head for. It just makes sense that way. I don't know how. So that was the arts. I have another example that's so simple, but when I was, especially when I had my kids with my husband, the kids were very young and life was very chaotic. It was children plus business plus everything else, new marriage, new everything. I used to admire my mother's consistency as a Christian, her habits as a Christian. She had a very, and still does, a very regulated and consistent prayer life, reading a Bible life, wake up every morning at the same time, mostly come downstairs and read her Bible and pray and worship. In the chaos of my life, even though I couldn't see any which what way that I could get there, I hankered after that. I wanted it so badly. Fast forward to today, and it has been many years that I have fallen into that process of waking up, doing my devotions, reading my Bible. Sometimes I do worship, but the consistency that I saw in her, I now practice to my benefit. That consistency, that regular, consistent, unwavering meeting with my creator. It's not just serves me well, but every single day to do it that way ensures that I get the source that I need and the food that I need, the spiritual food, to go out and to crush my goals and to be consistent in my personality, in my attitudes, in my goals, that kind of thing. I hankered after it. What am I saying? In both of these instances, I was miles and thousands of miles away from even being able to see myself doing those things. I had no method, I had no strategy. I didn't see my way to do it, but I wanted it. The story is also told of, is it Bob Proctor before he died? He always tells the story of the young couple he met who wanted a house. They wanted to buy a home. And they were in one of his seminars and they came to him and they were like, I want to buy a home, and but we don't have the money to buy the house. And he said to them, I didn't ask you if you have the money. Do you want to get the home? And you're like, but we don't even know where we're going to get the money. So, yeah, we want it, but we don't see. He said, I didn't ask you if you had the way to get it. I want you to first desire it. Make a decision about do you want it or not. You guys, the call is to separate out desire for something from seeing yourself having the strategy to get it. He said to them, I didn't ask you how you're going to get it. I asked you, do you want the home? To which they replied, yes. That desire made them make a decision to go after the house. And he said, the minute they made the decision, I'm going to get the house, I want a house, I'm going to get it, immediately then they began to see ways that they could do things. They were in sales, so they sold more. They did all sorts of things to be able to get the money to put the down payment, and they got their home at the time when they said that they could get it. It first starts with a decision. A decision comes from desire. You want to go after a goal? First, desire it. Spend time like a child, seeing yourself with it. One of the things that I have desired for a very long time is to be that speaker who is on stage with that headset mic that is flesh colored, like my chocolate skin, not cream, because that is not my tone, okay? And I have desired it and seen myself with it. I have seen the outfits that I'll be wearing. I like all of the things. And I now have a flesh colored mic. And although I have not gotten on stage with that, I've gotten on stage with mics that are black. Okay. But I do know that exactly as I have seen it, the things are leading towards it because I keep on desiring it and keep on seeing it in my mind's eye. You guys, the very first step to accomplishing a goal is to spend time in desire. Once you do that, we can move on to the next step, which is deciding how to deal with the obvious distractions and obstacles that will get in the way. So many people never take a goal further than desire. What am I saying? I'll be back here tomorrow talking about how that second step is taking care of the kinds of obstacles that will be in your way. Obstacles mean distractions, they mean threats, and they mean your own weaknesses. And I'm going to explore that with you tomorrow. If you can join me here on Basement Chronicles Live. My name is Lisa Dublin, and I'll see you tomorrow. Don't forget, spend time in desire today. Bye.